Hi everyone, it's Maria again. So just a disclaimer, starting off the video, I am not going to discuss any of the test questions. I'm not going to discuss topics I think you should focus more on. I am just going to tell you how I personally studied for the ATI Pharmacology Proctored exam. So let's get into it. So I actually took the exam today. It is October 7th, 2020. We took the 2019 proctored exam version, and I'm not gonna lie, while I was taking it, I was very unsure. Like, I knew that I probably at least was gonna get a level 2, but there were multiple questions where I was like, oh crap, like, I don't know. But then over the time that I've been studying, I've kind of trained my brain how to answer how ATI would want me to answer. So I obviously got a level 3, and it was an 88.3%. The number of questions, 70, and I think only 60 count towards your actual grade. I think there's like a certain number that are just like pilot questions where they don't really count towards your grade. It'd be nice if they could help your grade, but at least they don't hurt your grade. But you obviously don't know which ones those are when you're taking the exam. So let's get into how I decided to study for it. So back in August was when we got our syllabus, and that's when they told us when we were going to be taking the proctored exam. And at first I thought I was going to go through this entire book, and I started to, and then I realized that I was reading it and I just wasn't taking it in, because there's so much information. There's no way you're gonna possibly understand everything in here or remember it. It's literally just not possible. So I decided not to do that anymore. Then I thought I would watch osmosis videos. It's a great program, Osmosis Med. I'm a very visual learner and auditory learner, so I thought I would watch videos based on just the categories of medications, but I wrote out all of the chapters and the subsequent types of medications or medication categories, and it was a lot. So I got through like a couple of videos and I realized that was going to take me way too long. It just was not realistic with my other class load of just class in general. So then the next best thing was, which is the best way to study for it in my opinion, is to do every single practice question, ATI practice question. You don't want to, you could do practice questions from other sources, but the best way to figure out how ATI is going to ask questions is by doing ATI practice questions. So I will show you how to make your own quizzes, and yeah, so we'll do that now. Okay, so this is how you go to make your own quizzes in ATI. Sorry, I blocked my name out there. So you are on your homepage here, and then you go to My ATI. You wait for that to load, and then you go to Test, and then it's probably not going to be right here for you, but you find wherever it says Learning System RN 3.0, then you go to Quizzes, and then you go to Adaptive Quizzes. and then it'll allow you to make your own custom exam. So as you can see, so right now it's checked as unanswered questions that I would do. So you literally have any category at your disposal. So pharmacology, I have 0 because I've done all of them, and then I did the same for the maternal newborn. Both of those I got level 3s on. Others I got level 2 because I didn't study for them. But yeah, so you can choose the amount of questions that you want. Down at the bottom, you can change it to however many you want, and then you can either do a timed mode or a study review mode. It'll tell you what you got, if you got it right, like right when you click the answer, and then it'll give you rationales. But if you click on all, then it'll give you all of the questions. Or if you want to do incorrect answers, it'll give you those. Unanswered, easy, moderate, hard, whatever you want to do. So this is literally a lifesaver. I use this not only for the proctored exams, but I do it for just class in general. I find that doing practice questions is the reason that I do so well, because you, like I've said before, you can know the information front and back, but if you don't know how to apply it to a question, then you know, it just is what it is. So, but yeah, so that's how you get to your custom exam on ATI. Okay, so now that I showed you that, as I went through every question, I didn't necessarily do this at the beginning. I was just trying to get through the questions. But if there was something that I like really was like, okay, like I need to know this, I put sticky notes, as you've probably seen on my Instagram. I would write on sticky notes and I would stick them on my desktop. So these are just a few of them. I love sticky notes. It's really bad. But then I just did this a few days ago. I started writing down medications that either I got the answer wrong and I just like completely didn't know, or I got the answer right and it was just a guess. So I just wrote down the medication. So like I'll show you up here. So like Vilgrastim, it's a medication used to increase neutrophil count. Like I had no idea. But I would look at the question, and then I would possibly look up like the Davis drug book version of the medication just to kind of get a better understanding. And then I would add any additional notes. But yeah, so that's what I did in this notebook. This is also a notebook that I used for like all of my notes for my exams, which I can do in another video. But yeah, so that's literally what I did. The practice questions are like I feel like that's the only way to study for this, because there are so many medications. There's no way you're gonna know every single little detail, so do not overwhelm yourself with this big, thick book. Like, it's not worth it. It's not. Like, I promise you, it's not worth it. Yeah, see, I have even more sticky notes. And you just have to expose yourself to the way that they ask the questions. I mean, one way that you can use this book is just to do the practice questions, but I promise you, other than that, like, it is not necessary, at least for me, it was not necessary for me to go through this book. Like, it's just way too overwhelming. But yeah, so that's how I studied for the ATI Pharmacology Proctored exam. I hope that helped some of you. And yeah, so there you have it.